Now welcome to another edition of News
Hijacked! It's not the news!
Naboo.
No, it's not. I just hijacked it, see?
Okay.
I've hijacked the news to do something I want to do.
Okay.
We're going to go over the Ahsoka trailer one more time.
Isn't News from Naboo like what you want to talk about anyway?
This is something I wrote entirely on my own.
Okay.
Ish.
Ish. Okay. Well,
you see that I've got tiny scribbly notes? Yeah.
You always have tiny... I don't even try to read your tiny scribbly notes.
No, I'm hijacking News from Naboo because there were some things I have looked at or, you know, in the Ahsoka trailer, and I want to talk about them.
Okay.
And because we didn't do like a regular trailer review on this channel, we just kind of did a response video, I didn't get to talk about the things in the trailer that got me thinking.
Okay. Sounds a little selfish, but I'll allow it.
Coming from the Great Four! I'm being a little selfish. Yeah, I've got like 11 screenshots of things I found super interesting in the trailer, and I wanted to know what you and the people out there think of the things that I found.
Okay. No, that's cool. Let's do it.
I mean, for all I know, 7 million other YouTubers have talked about the things that I found, but I want to talk about them anyway.
Yeah, the 462 things you missed in the Ahsoka trailer. Yeah, I think I saw that video.
Really?
No, yeah. I don't watch those videos, but I see them.
Right, well, here's the first image I've got up on the screen there. The one where Baylan's like he finishes killing that one dude. He's like, "We are no Jedi." But the part that I found the most interesting...
It's a New Republic officer.
Yeah, it's the one officer on board. But what I found really interesting is that he just like unleashes Shin with her like full-on angry squirrel energy running around the ship murdering people.
Okay.
I couldn't help but giggle when I watch it. Because, you know, they're coming over all solemn and stuff, and all of a sudden she just pulls her lightsaber, goes crazy, runs off down the hall where she's killing more people, and he's like doing this like grandiose, "We are no Jedi," and she's in the background like, "Ha ha ha ha, murder."
You found that funny?
I still do.
Okay.
Because, you know, she goes up on the bridge later and she's just running around with this crazy squirrel energy. Remember, he like called her angry.
I love they keep calling her the crazy.
Crazy
I just got this
energy.
image in my head where she got like a tail and some fluffy ears or something. I don't know.
But I thought this was kind of cool because it's such a contrast between the two. He's like giving some epic "we're no Jedi" speech, and she's like running around in the background doing the murder. I
feel like Baylan has a lot of trouble keeping her under control. She does not listen a lot, is going to be my
Well, later in the trailer, she's like, "Well, what are we going to get if we find Thrawn?" And he's just like, "Power!"
That's a pretty good impression.
But
everybody in Star Wars has to say power differently, too, I've noticed.
Unlimited power.
Yeah, there's no R when Palpatine says
the power of the dark
side. No R. When Sith say it, they got to twist it a little.
So that's why he's not a Sith. He's
not a full Sith.
He gave it an R.
He gave it a little bit of an R because he's not full Sith.
All right, let's move on to the next image because we can't spend the entire time talking about one. All right, next, the temple carving. This one is one everyone's talked about, this temple carving. Because everyone's going, who do you think it is? Who do you think it is?
Priestess.
You think it's a Force priestess?
I think so.
From the Clone
Yoda
Wars?
arc, yeah.
The Yoda arc? Could be. I've heard a lot of people say it's the mother or it's the daughter, one of the Mortis people. But you know what I think?
The mother would be interesting.
You know what I think?
Yeah.
I think it's Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I think there's some crazy world between worlds. Who knows what's going on? If you look at her closely, she almost, at the top of her little head thing before the hood, you see that little shape. And Ahsoka always wears a headband with like a little shape like right around there. And then if you, of course, you can't really like scroll up in the image because that's where they cut it off. She's got pointy ears.
It does look like she might have pointy ears.
She's got like pointy things, and Ahsoka has pointy things. And I just feel like this kind of looks like Ahsoka the White to me in some ways.
What if Ahsoka is the priestess?
What if she is?
The daughter.
She was chosen by Morai, the convo, her pet owl bird that hangs out with her.
Yeah, who has the colors of the daughter, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm almost thinking she's looking at herself in the future. Some sort of omen, perhaps. Or the past.
Something wonky could be.
But I find that that's the theory I wanted to put out there. Who knows if it's true, but I wanted it out there.
I can see it. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. She just gets those little points at the top that remind me of,
yeah, you know, how she looks when she's got her hood up, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next image. The Night Sister magic, because we see tiny green flame.
We do see a tiny, it looks like a little lighter down there.
Yes.
A green lighter.
We've got her tiny green flame, and green means Night Sister.
It does mean Night Sister, yes.
We had the hint that Morgan Elsbeth was a Night Sister when she kind of talked about how all of her people were destroyed in the Clone Wars.
Except for some of them.
Except for two of them, her and Marin.
Yeah, well,
does she know Marin?
I don't think
I mean,
so.
Marion's always like, all of my sisters were killed and I am sad. But, well, her sister's right there. Using green magic on a pillar.
Yeah.
Making some star charts and stuff.
It's got a cool magic. I wish I could, like, make maps. I mean, I got a
Map
phone
magic.
for that, but, you know, I wish I could just have a fire and make a map.
Siri, bring up my map. It's Night Sister magic. No, but I think it's interesting, and I do wonder if she knows Marion. Or if Marion knows of her.
Probably not.
There's not that many Night Sisters left in the universe, unless she's a Light Sister. Ba-ba-ba.
No, she got green. A Light Sister wouldn't use green. They'd have like a light blue or something.
Green. Green is the way.
No,
You
not
can't use
necessarily.
blue. It's green.
No, I don't think they know each other. I think she probably was not there when
Okay.
the
All right.
stuff went down. Yeah.
Well, no, I think she was. I don't know. Next, Top Gun.
Yes.
I love the Top Gun. It looks just like it. You know, Tom Cruise riding his motorcycle, the aircraft flying.
Ship? Which one are we talking about?
Top Gun.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
The
That's
aircraft.
Yeah.
Flying right next to him. Like, oh wow, it's the same, right?
It is ish.
So, are we implying that Sabine is Maverick? Are they trying to get us to draw that parallel in our brain? She's even wearing like a bomber jacket.
Oh, she is, isn't she? She's no Tom Cruise. There's only one.
But they're making you think it.
No.
And I wonder if that's on purpose.
There can be only one Tom. He's like Highlander.
This has to be on purpose, though, right?
Yeah, obviously. I
They
mean, not
had,
obviously.
they had to be like,
yeah.
you know what? This could be like a Top Gun moment.
It's,
People would be like, dang, she's cool. She's Maverick.
She's cool, but she's not Maverick.
Okay, next picture. This picture's kind of a placeholder-ish for what the quote was that was interesting. When Hera's talking to Ahsoka, and Ahsoka's like, well, they asked her, oh, you trained with Anakin, and she's like, I walked away from him, just like I walked away from Sabine. No, these circumstances are entirely different. It's a weird parallel to draw. She walked away from the Jedi Order because they betrayed her. Are we implying that Sabine betrayed her and she's walking away?
Well, she also didn't walk away from Anakin. Anakin was the one thing she kind of regretted leaving.
Yeah, but she did walk away from him in a sense because she left the Order and left him behind.
But he wouldn't.
How does this compare with what's happening? What happened with Sabine?
I don't know, but
how are we drawing this parallel? Because I don't think this is a parallel we can watch even without seeing the show. I can say this is a parallel. I don't think.
Well, they're really trying to tease
genuine.
the Sabine Force sensitivity thing, I think.
But I think, yes, we know why she walked away from Anakin. She walked away from the whole Jedi Order because they lost faith in her. They didn't believe her.
Yeah, they thought she was a murderer. Yeah.
So she decided, you know what, if you guys are really going to think that of me, I can't stay here. And he didn't want her to leave, and he believed in her the whole time.
Yeah, he was the one looking for evidence.
But she walked away because she had to leave the Order, because she didn't trust them anymore. It was
what
no
I'm
longer
saying
a family.
Is, it's a weird way to put it that you walked away from Anakin, because that's not really... It wasn't really her intent, wasn't to walk away from Anakin.
And it wasn't like I walked away from him because I didn't want to train anymore. Which is almost what it makes it sound like.
Anakin
she's like,
never finished my training. Yeah, well, because you walked away
I
from
find this
the
very
Jedi
just odd, and I'm hoping that this is just voiceover dialogue and it's not actually show dialogue.
Yeah, there's some clever editing here.
Because I don't feel like Ahsoka would walk away from Sabine the way she walked away from the Jedi Order. What is Sabine like? You're not my family anymore, and I think you're a murderer, Ahsoka. And then I could see be like, okay, yeah, I'm out. That's the same parallel.
There's no way those two things parallel.
No, those are not the same, but they're trying to make Ahsoka out to be something different.
Well,
in this
someone
trailer?
made the trailer and they're trying to drum up interest. That's what I see that
but
as.
Filoni would never have allowed Ahsoka to look like that, right?
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. All right, let's move on to the next picture. King Passport. I mean, Purrgil. It's got to be the King Purrgil, right?
Yes.
Look what big he is.
Well, I would hope so.
You think he knows where Ezra is?
You referenced Passport too, the world's biggest Purrgil fan.
Yes, I did. Yes. On purpose.
I figured there was intent.
Obviously.
Yes.
And what I find interesting in the next shot, kind of because it relates to this, is Ahsoka putting on that outfit. Everyone's like, oh, Ahsoka in a new outfit. I feel like that's like a pressure suit. Like she's putting on some sort of a space suit. Like she's going to go outside and go talk to the Purrgil.
Yeah. At first I thought that was just like a New Republic kind of uniform, but no.
I feel like it's a space suit.
Upon further review, she's going outside to talk to the Purrgil.
Yeah.
King Purrgil, as you called him.
King Purrgil. Because why not? I actually call him Passport. I've named that Purrgil Passport.
Very well.
Or Passport 2.
She's going to ask, where did you take Ezra and why didn't you bring him back? Yeah. And then she's going to get zoomed off.
And can you leave Thrawn there?
Yeah.
All right, next image, because I know you'll like this one. Tentacles.
Why?
In the trailer, they kind of
Why
fly
am I
past
like
them
tentacles?
so fast. But it reminds me of your story
Yeah, I know.
about what you thought anime was.
For a very long time, I
Yes.
was.
And I just thought it was cool because it really helps put into scope how big King Purrgil is.
He's huge, yeah.
Yeah, passport. He's got all the tentacle limbs there. He's really all that. But you know what's giving you the scale? Because something that big can wrap around a Star Destroyer and just take it away.
Yeah, a couple of them did it, but yeah, I think that's one of the big boys that was there.
Big boys. All right, next, and this is one that I thought was very interesting. I pointed out to you the other day.
Oh,
that stormtrooper head in the left corner. Now, is it a piece of his art collection, or is it a guard standing behind him? It's definitely a stormtrooper helmet, but it has some sort of a golden face plate.
The visor looks like you can see the face behind it instead of the...
But it definitely looks like it's got the head
because it's got the white and then the black stripe. Yeah.
And then it's got those two side respiratory looking things. It looks like a stormtrooper helmet, but it's definitely
not
different.
Your classic stormtrooper helmet, yeah.
No, it almost looks like you can see eyes, like it's a face inside of a helmet. It's kind of creepy. But I think it's art, right? Or do you think it's somebody standing there in a stormtrooper outfit? Because we heard rumors about... There was a couple rumors about stormtroopers. One about them being brought back from the dead. And being kind of zombie trooper type things. And that I think also went with the rumor about them having armor that was broken but mended back together with gold.
Yeah.
Like in the Japanese art form. Yeah.
Too,
like Kylo Ren's helmet.
Yeah.
With like gold veining to put them together stronger than they were. So is it an art piece or is it Thrawn's new guard?
I think it's Thrawn's new guard. I don't know about that. I like the idea of like the gold to like put together plastoid stormtrooper armor. It just feels like overkill, but
I just think it's funny because you watch the trailer and every time you look at it, you kind of focus in on Thrawn, and my brain went, "What's that? What's that in the corner there?"
That's how your brain works.
Yeah, it's interesting nonetheless. So I wanted to point that out. Ooh, next, I have this image up there because again, it goes with the quote: "Anakin spoke highly of you." That is the quote. Yeah. You're staring at me.
I was like, well, I thought you were gonna.
No, it's interesting to me because he's met Anakin. Clearly.
Yep.
They've had conversations. His age right now, he's probably would be around roughly maybe the same age as Anakin.
He would be, yeah.
Yeah.
Assuming Ray Stevenson's age.
And how many years had passed.
Yeah, we're talking a little over 30 years after the Clone Wars at this point, so yeah, he would have been in his 20s somewhere, which is where Anakin would have been.
But what else of interest to note?
Yeah.
During this scene when he's talking, you hear Vader's breathing in the background. Is that foreshadowing?
Well, he mentioned Anakin, so you got.
Well, yes, he mentioned Anakin.
Well,
but
spoiler
there have been
alert.
rumors.
They're one and the same.
There have been rumors, though, about Hayden showing up in this show.
Yeah.
Maybe Vader showing up in this show. We could see some weird... Who knows what we could see in this show? We could see a scene of Ahsoka fighting Vader, either in a flashback or in some sort of weird time travel-y stuff, where you could see what could have been in the world between worlds.
We've heard that rumor, yeah, where she's going to fight him on Mustafar.
The fact that we hear his breathing, kind of in my head, lends a little credence to that, and it's something I would like to see.
That's just a sound effect added in there when they mention Anakin.
I would love, and I'm not alone, I would love to see
I would
Master
like to see,
and Padawan reunite again
I'd
in
like
one
to
way
see
or another.
something to do with Anakin in this, absolutely. It almost has to be, because you're dealing with Ahsoka. And granted, we do kind of want to see Ahsoka after Anakin, but you have to kind of establish where she comes from, especially with those fans who have never seen Clone Wars.
And she's got so much to reconcile with him.
I think she kind of reconciled it after Rebels. I think she
That's the last she ever saw of him that we know of.
Yeah. Well, at least while he's alive.
Was the meeting at Rebels where she ended up getting pulled out and then put back into the time. That's not a reconciliation.
No, but I don't think she gets like a reconciliation. I think that's just where she starts to come to terms with what happened.
I think Dave would want to give her something.
I don't know.
Just another moment with her master. One more try.
Force Ghost Anakin, sure.
All right, and this is the last image. Because I have to talk about, of course, we saw the spinning blade on the lightsaber of the Inquisitor. And you know what? I want sabercopters.
Why
live action
nobody wants
sabercopter.
No, that would look so stupid. It looked terrible in
It
animation.
looked stupid in animation, so I want to see it look stupid in live action.
No, you don't.
I kind of do.
Why?
I want to see him like get kicked off a cliff, and then you see his saber spin a little bit, and he kind of lands more gently. Something like that. Not like full on. I'm flying up the cliff now
not
with
Mary
it.
Poppins.
No, but I want to see him like get pushed back, and he kind of maybe does a little jump, and it spins a bit to like
Okay.
cushion his landing.
That
To
would
kind
be-
of lend some credence to a sabercopter without being the full-on the flying around they were doing.
That would be tolerable.
Sabercopter. That's what I want.
A soft landing copter. Cushion landing copter.
All right, well, those are all of the images, specifics from the trailer that I wanted to talk about. I'm curious. I want to know in the comments if anyone thought along the same lines as me, or if I've managed to find something maybe you haven't thought of. Maybe.
Well, you certainly spotted a few things like that stormtrooper helmet I would have never noticed. I'm too busy looking at Thrawn.
Everyone's too busy looking at Thrawn.
No.
I'm going, what's that?
Well,
Looks
I mean,
like a stormtrooper.
It's funny because we've talked about like the Andor trailer when you watch it after the fact, how many like spoilers are in that.
So many.
Yeah. So, and I'm sure that's true for a lot of trailers, don't get me wrong, but we just happened to notice a lot of them in the Andor trailer. You go back and watch like, wow, they really, well, that's Nemec being operated on by Quadpaw. So, yeah. But anyway, I think that's all we got for you this time. So now it's your turn to take to the comments below and tell us what you think of Naboo's ramblings. Do you agree? Did she point out anything you didn't notice? Whatever the case may be, again, leave those comments below. Let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.